One Nation MP Barnaby Joyce has had a bit of a viral moment after yelling at his 2-year-old dog, Stella. While on the ABC's 7:30 program, Sarah Ferguson asked him if he felt comfortable with the direction of One Nation leader Pauline Hanson. While answering, he turned towards the animal, who was apparently incessantly barking under the deck, and shouted, "Sit down!" Turning back to Ms Ferguson, he said, "Sorry, it's the dog." Later in the interview, after being asked whether it's One Nation policy for doctors to report illegal immigrants, he interrupted himself again. "I have to apologise for this dog which has decided to bail up." To which Ms Ferguson replied, "Don't worry about the dog, just answer the question." To which Mr Joyce snapped, "Don't be rude, otherwise this interview will come to a grinding halt, Sarah." And then at the very end of the interview, Ms Ferguson signed off with, "The dog was no problem," to which Mr Joyce replied, "It was to me." Anyway, this monumental geopolitical crisis made international news, with left-leaning CNN declaring, "Sit down, Australian politician sparks backlash after shouting at dog." Because naturally, sternly addressing a canine is now a left-right partisan issue. People on the left would never yell at anything or anyone. And just in case you were wondering what else CNN is prioritising alongside right-wing pet outrage, they also recently ran a feature on Wales' first LGBT rugby team, pairing up with a cabaret club for so-called drag rugby. Truly hard-hitting global coverage. Of course, the virtue-signalling commentariat over at The Guardian felt compelled to give it the deep socio-political analysis it so desperately needed. Barnaby Joyce yelled at his dog on ABC's 7:30, so why did he unleash on his pet? But of course, our ABC couldn't help but wheel in an expert to confirm that yelling at dogs is bordering on far-right extremism. Should you yell at dogs? Experts weigh in after Barnaby Joyce's pooch spray. In the article, they interview animal behaviour specialist Kirsty Sexel, who lamented, "I wish he hadn't yelled at the dog because I don't think the dog understands what he was trying to convey. Really yelling, making a lot of noise, really doesn't help." She then seamlessly lumps pets and people into the exact same category, adding, "If you want to calm the situation down, it's often better to speak quietly to the person or the animal you're trying to deal with. Because naturally, animal behaviourists double as human psychologists." Anyway, her expert advice to stop an energetic Staffy Cross barking under a deck during a live national broadcast was to divert its attention with a treat or ask it to find a toy. "Dogs speak canine. They don't speak human," she concluded. No, Sherlock. To be fair to the ABC, they did try to keep the article balanced by interviewing another expert, Peter Hogan, who's been training working dogs for 35 years. He said, "Stella will be fine." Who knew? Farm dogs can handle the odd raised voice now and again without requiring years of therapy to process the intergenerational trauma every time someone tells them to sit down. Turns out working dogs are built a little tougher than your average soy-drinking inner-city lapdog. During the interview, Barnaby Joyce actually made a really good point about illegal immigration when pressed about whether the medical system should be used to identify them. He said, "Unless you want to keep illegal immigrants here, then there's no point in calling them illegal. If they're illegal, they're not supposed to be in Australia. That's why they're termed illegal immigrants, and people who are illegal immigrants should be sent home to wherever they came from. When they pop up, they've got to be sent off, because otherwise the whole thing's a farce. If we don't want to enforce our borders, then what are you going to do, Sarah? Are you just going to open the door and let the whole world in? Is that the ABC's solution?" Anyway, this whole ABC beat-up over a barking dog isn't really about animal welfare. It's just another roundabout way for the ABC to signal to its viewers that One Nation is dangerous. Because in the mind of an inner-city producer, if an MP is willing to raise his voice at an innocent farm dog, just imagine how he might treat an illegal immigrant, or heaven forbid, a non-binary climate activist. If you're capable of shouting, "Sit down," at a pet, you're only one step away from revoking human rights.